Hello there. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night and welcome to Pop Force One. I apologize that we're a couple minutes late here, but we just had some technical difficulties backstage and we were powwowing a little bit. So please forgive us as we are here now and ready to start the show. We got some big stuff to talk about tonight. We got some Fundays leaks. We have some San Diego Comic-Con leaks. And we got some brand new NFTs as well as a whole host of other things to talk about. We are used to it. What's going on, Brian? We've got some great people in the chat already. Big shout out. It looks like we have a gifted super chat courtesy of Travis. It appears he's making this a monthly thing. Thank you so much, Travis. Truly appreciate you. Holly says, John late. Who would have guessed? I know. I'm sorry, Holly. I'm trying to be better here in 2025, but things happen. We're here now, so we're rocking and rolling. What's up, Jetman? Dave is here. We got Velvet in the house. Randy's here. What's up, Randy? I know you guys are waiting on me. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Temple Boys in the house. Magma coming in with the 35-month anniversary super chat. Holy smokes, Mark, thank you so much. He says, happy PFO. The Lego studio is looking good. Guys, thank you so much. The video is doing tremendously well today. Thank you guys so much for all the feedback and great support over on the Lego channel. It means the world. Happy PFO Thursday. Absolutely. Travis is clocking in. Official half-year mark, 6 months for Travis. Thank you so much, man. Truly appreciate the support. But Sam, not too shabby, coming in at 32 months as a channel member. Thank you so much, Sam. Truly appreciate you. What's going on, Jennifer? We got Colin in the house. He's never early nor late. He is always on time. That's right. No, I'm pretty late to just about everything I do. What's up, Pipsqueak? Brett is in the house, guys. Welcome on in. If you're here, drop a line in the chat so we can say hello. And if you are a channel member, feel free to use your free anniversary super chat that you get every single month. So without further ado, let's bring in the other two fantastic members of Pop Force One. We got Professor Josh with the fresh roof and Vince from the Poppin' Duo.
What's going on?
Can you guys see me?
Why are you lower?
Yeah. Oh, I'm under my desk right now. I'm actually trying to plug something in. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I echoing?
Do I need to give you a minute? I can give you a minute.
No. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you see me? Am I choppy? Is everything all right for everybody tonight?
It's a little choppy. Unfortunately.
God,
you freeze every few seconds. Like you're like, okay. It's like you're trying to delay. You're like what you're talking about. Like, just hold off on a second. A little bit. I'm telling you, tell them to get off the video games and the Netflix.
Bro, everybody's grounded from everything in this house. Nobody's using anything.
Even Bree.
Everybody was grounded tonight. Nobody was allowed to use anything. Why? I don't know what the deal is. Like,
it's not good.
Son of a gun. Well,
all right,
guys, I apologize once again.
Seems good right now.
Is it?
Maybe,
it's good. It's good. Yeah. So whatever you're doing, don't.
Okay, I'm not going to move.
Stop. Yeah, don't move. We got a bunch of channel member anniversaries here that I want to shout out. Gus. Oh my gosh, Gus coming in as a member now for 8 months. Thank you so much. We got Barry coming in for almost 2 years now, 21-month anniversary. Thank you so much, Barry. We got Jennifer coming in. She officially surpassed 1 month. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And oh my gosh, holy smokes, Dr. John coming in at almost 3 years. I think I saw, did I see correctly? Dr. John, did you and your wife just celebrate the announcement of your brand new child? That's amazing. So congratulations on the birth. That's incredible. Yeah, 33 months as a
12 years,
channel member.
After that,
Don't listen to Vince. But congrats on being a dad, man. That's incredible. Then we got Michelle coming in at the 10-month anniversary mark. She says, good evening, all you beautiful people. I love that. We got Jonathan in the house. Evelyn is here. Kenneth is in the building. I be popping. So great to see you. We got Sir Bass. Oh my gosh. We got all these people knocking on the door 3 years as a channel member. Guys, the support is off the charts. We truly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Sir Bass clocking in at 34 months. We got Patrick in the building, and I think I covered everybody thus far. So if you guys are coming in late, hello, welcome to the stream. How are we feeling? How was the week, gentlemen?
It was nice. It was kind of short because of the holiday. That was
Oh
nice.
yeah, little short week.
Short was good.
That was nice. A little shorter. Other than that, I don't think a lot has been going on. I mean, I did get a roof. I'm very happy about
That's
that.
a huge deal, man. That's a grail right there. A new roof.
That's more than a grail. That's right there. A couple Freddies back there, John. Like,
Yeah.
send them this way. We can pay for it. But yeah, that's yeah. It's always fun. Always fun of home ownership. We all know about that now. Well, all fun.
Oh yeah,
But
it's all
roof
fun
is
and
good.
games.
A new roof is good when it's over 20 years old and it's almost hurricane season. So so
Yeah,
It's the right time to put it in, huh?
it is, because you don't want. I mean, you don't want shingles to be flying off that are loose and all that good stuff. So
better to get it than to have it ripped off by the next hurricane.
Hopefully a quiet season for us, but it doesn't always look like it. You never know.
So Vince, what's new? What's new in your world?
What's new?
Anything?
Not a whole lot new. We've got the charity auction fast approaching. We've got 5 mystery boxes left. Guys, if you like a Stranger Things mystery box, run over to the website. There's only 5 boxes left. If you want to get these sold out. If you want a shot at the autographed Millie Bobby Brown for $45, you're getting 3 pops. And I even threw in a protector free.
Oh.
Because I only could buy the 4 pop boxes. So I just put an extra protector in just so it stayed nice and safe. So if you guys want to check that out, those, and then Tuesday we'll be announcing the main run mystery box if Stranger Things is not your thing.
I mean,
honestly, other than that, like we're in full charity mode at this point for the next 10 days. Well, and on top of everything else we got going on right now, but life is good.
So
there's nothing to complain about. You know what I mean?
Give us a breakdown, because there might be some people here who don't know about the charity that you do every year. Give everybody a little 30-second spiel on where the money is going, when you're doing the primary auction and everything. Tell the people.
So we do a charity auction every year. Last year we raised $12,500 for the Ronald McDonald House charity. The Ronald McDonald House. I'm not reading this off anything either, guys. I just had a lot of sugar before we started. They are actually a fantastic charity. They support families. Basically, if a child is at the hospital, the Ronald McDonald House is in many different states across the country here. They're close by the hospital, so it allows families to stay relatively close to their family member that might be in the hospital. We had friends that had to use the Ronald McDonald House, and then we've met and talked to hundreds of, maybe not hundreds, maybe it's been tens of people over the last couple of years, but it seems like a lot. Maybe it's in the hundreds. I don't know, but great, fantastic charity. Like I said, we were able to raise over $12,000 last year. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that this year. It's definitely been a little bit of a tougher year for us, and even with donations and that kind of thing, but we'll have our fingers crossed. We'll try to get this box sold out. Like I said, there's only 5 boxes left in this run. We're going to have a 60 run box. I think it's around it was either $60 or $65. I don't remember now, but that'll drop on Tuesday next week. And then we got a lot of really cool, fun stuff for the charity auction next Saturday.
And what time is the auction?
Hopefully I did. Saturday, it is starting at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, well, a little early start. That's good.
6 p.m. Eastern next Saturday, June 7th, I believe is next Saturday.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Velvet brings up a great point. They're in Canada as well.
Velvet, you know what? I actually did not know that. Bree probably knew. She would say, yeah, I knew that. But I actually did not know they're in Canada too. That's amazing. And Michelle, let me say one real quick thing.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Michelle, nice. Thank you for picking a box up. Actually, we're going to start printing out. Even if they don't sell out tonight, we'll probably start shipping boxes tomorrow. One quick thing about the Ronald McDonald House. A lot of people assume that Ronald McDonald House is like sponsored by Ronald McDonald, like McDonald's. They're actually not. Almost all of the chapters, all of the houses across the country and in Canada, I believe Canada would be the same way. They're actually funded by donations. The only thing really they get from the Ronald McDonald, or not the McDonald's Corporation, I believe they donate, and I believe this is still the case. They donate 25 cents for every Shamrock Shake that you get in the month of March, like when they bring those out. But short of that, they don't really do maybe they do more than that. I shouldn't like just throw these blanket statements out, but basically they're fully funded by volunteers and people that donate in the community. Like I said, I said in one of our videos, they actually reached out to us to make sure we're still on pace to do a charity auction this year. They sent us an email a couple weeks ago, and like that's when we really tried. Really honestly started to stress a little bit, because if we felt like they were kind of counting on us this year, so it's been a little more stressful than most years, and we've had a lot of stuff going on over the last couple weeks. But we appreciate everybody's support, and I mean, like I said, we had 35 boxes. We've already sold 30, and we've only had it live since Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So, like, that's phenomenal, and the community is amazing. You guys are amazing. Everybody's that's picked up stuff. And again, I said this before as well. If you're not in a position to pick anything up, absolutely, obviously, no issue whatsoever. Still come hang out next Saturday. We'll have a blast. Me and Bree usually have a pretty good time, and we might laugh, we might cry. You're gonna probably see the gamut of emotions. I can promise you.
That's okay. That's what it's all about.
Now you guys
agree.
can adopt. You guys in the past have like adopted a room, right? Or
last year, we got a
right?
breakdown. Yeah, from our guy, we got actually a breakdown last year. We were able to sponsor, I think 2 years ago, we sponsored 2 rooms basically for like a whole year. I think last year we raised enough to do 3 rooms, and we told them just to use it however they see fit. So I don't know, like you could get your name on the room and stuff like that. I didn't really care about that necessarily. So we just told them to do whatever they wanted to do with the money last year. And we were able to donate. I think we donated around 72 pops on top of everything else that we raised last year. And they used those. They did something with, I'm going to misspeak a little bit, and Bree would know better again, but they did something with, they gave a lot of these away during they do a superhero type of, like event for all the kids. And then they have a whole closet. They have toys in that they allow the kids to go in there, and they're all allowed to pick something out. And if there's siblings staying there, they let the siblings kind of get involved in it. So it's an amazing charity. We got to visit it 2 years ago. We visited the house in Ann Arbor, Michigan, got to tour the whole house. Amazing place. It was actually, it was really set up really cool. We went back there last year, hand delivered everything, hand delivered the check and that kind of thing. So it really is an amazing charity, and we appreciate you guys, all of you guys, helping out every year, because it's tough. You guys know it, and we talk about it a lot, and sometimes it gets talked to death. But like the charity stuff, there's a different kind of, when we have an auction, and I don't ever really worry too much. Like if we do good, if we don't do good, it's like whatever. But when you do something for a charity, I don't know. It's like a different level of hope and expectation and pressure.
Yeah.
It's different, and we always worry, but everybody always comes through. And I shouldn't worry, but we do.
So that's what's happening. If you guys can, scoop up a box for a good cause, only a couple boxes left. So I'd love to see those get sold out for tonight. But I want to jump into the first topic for tonight. Let's talk about Fundays, because I feel like a lot of people are thinking about it. Some people are getting ready to go, here in 4 short weeks or so. And we already have a bunch of leaks, which I find a little interesting that we are actually getting leaks so early. So I would imagine that, or I could speculate that these are probably coming directly from Funko employees or such. I even saw a couple of people actually have some of the Freddy Pinocchios in hand already too. So there's definitely some stuff happening, on the side, but that's typically the case. But out of all the leaks, I guess first thing, have you guys seen all the Freddy leaks thus far?
I think so.
I don't know if I'll be honest. I don't know if I have. I've been trying to stay up with stuff. I don't know if I've seen it. Like this is the first time I've seen Star Lord.
Well,
Okay, so perfect. So this is the first time you're seeing this. So what is your 250 piece Blacklight Star-Lord or Blacklight Freddy Star-Lord? This is going to be a show only pop. What's your initial reaction?
Meh. Is that a good reaction?
That's the universal reaction. Now, 250 pieces is exciting, but unfortunately, there's another Freddy Star-Lord that we are getting, like a regular Freddy Star-Lord, and this one is just the same exact mold. It's just blacklight and, you know, much more limited, obviously. So I think it's a bummer so far that all 5 of the Freddys that have been revealed are all head swaps. There's no creativity, no mold changes, nothing like that so far.
Like if they would have, listen, there's definitely something else that they could have done with it. The head swap Freddys are never like a bit like they did Marvin the Martian last year, and the only thing that was different than the stuff that you got at home, like other than the metallic, the regular version, and then the super limited one was the blacklight. Like in that though, I thought it at least was a good Freddy because it wasn't just a head swap.
Yeah.
Personally, and we've said it before, I just don't head swap ones just don't do it for me for the most part.
Yeah.
I like that it's unique, it's different, but
I mean, that's the hard thing. It's like at least we're seeing, you know, hopefully we see some different mainstream kind of character Freddys. I always like that too. It's like at least the Marvel, Star Wars, things like that. But head swaps is kind of a easy way out, and I hope they have some good ones that we just aren't seeing. It's weird how these ones have gotten out. We did see officially the Spider-Man with the number and everything, so we know it's real. I know last week we were kind of speculating, is it real or not, but we did see it finally, a full picture of it.
Iron Man.
We also saw several of these in the hands of someone that like was sent them. So that's my wondering about, like, these aren't just being leaked by Funko, like an employee taking a picture. These are being sent to people, like taken from the warehouse or whatever, the office or wherever these are coming to, and that's kind of concerning for Funko. I think for if anyone tries to sell these, if they're stolen property, they could get in trouble for them. Like I remember, like the weird. You remember the soda? Wasn't it the soda that got out early? That we were like,
which one?
Was it the vampire soda? The Freddy,
because they had the chainsaw Makari back in the day.
And like all those weird things. Like, how did those get out from the warehouse? Like, so someone's walking out of the door with these, or somehow getting some of these, which is really strange. I think in the first part, but you know, hopefully we see some better things. I mean, if Funko wants to tease stuff to hype up the boxes, I think
they should
do that. Sure.
I think they should, but they technically don't have to, because they've already sold out all the tickets for Fundays. They know that the box that they drop is going to sell out as long as it's like somewhat of a reasonable price. And I've heard nothing so far about a price yet, and I don't know when it's going to be dropping either. That's like,
I think the price is one, how many, the number, but so far most of these we haven't seen any crazy high numbers for any of these pieces too. Everything's been pretty low,
which is that is reassuring. I do like that. Like the sepia Pinocchio is like 550, and then the other one was like, what was it? Was it 1,500 pieces?
1,000 maybe. There was like 1,500 and 2,000. So everything's like under 5, which I'm kind of shocked about seeing, like at home box stuff. I'm still wondering. I'm guessing it's just going to be Freddy's. I don't know about any kind of mascot thing, because no one chose like will they have a mascot? Will they have another piece? Those kind of things. But I mean, they only have a couple weeks here, and we should start seeing something announced at least in the next couple weeks. I think they should really tease this up. Like they could really play off this adventure thing. They could start showing off a couple, like, this is the like major grail. That'd really get people excited if there was like a 50-piece Freddy or something like that they actually show off and get people like pumped really hyped during the event and stuff like that.
So Randy got the 500-piece Blacklight Two-Face last year, but he said he'd actually rather have the Star-Lord. So interesting. Brandon says, wish we'd get a Franny leak. I am right there with you. I would love to see if they have any Frannies cooking.
Really? Do you think we will? Like, I'm surprised. You know, we'll talk about, I'm sure, the NFTs later on, but like they went heavy, and it's like we haven't seen any leaks. Will we see? Will it be more of a show, like a showpiece, kind of like before? Like everyone gets the Franny or everyone gets the Proto, like that kind of thing, where it's like, what are we guessing? What's the high number of tickets? What was the like sell of tickets? 10,000 or something like that, or 4,000? 4,000, right?
For tickets? Yeah, it was just under 4,000, I believe. Yeah.
So the last year was 3,400 was the biggest piece of something, which is crazy still. If you think about the Goldie Rogers, it's still a huge grail. That was 3,400 piece one. So they could, if they play it right, I think they could play off stuff like that. I mean, hopefully they play off some unique stuff. 3,400 instead of a Freddy or a Franny or a Proto. I'd love to see regular like pops that they're going to play off of, like, because that's crazy to think like a 3,400 one piece pop is going for that. Well, imagine if they drop some more limited ones, you know, not just a Freddy or a Franny or a Proto.
Yeah, so here's the two Pinocchio side by side, and I think this is just like the pinnacle of laziness right here. I mean, you have two virtually, I mean, you can say black and white sepia, but I mean, at first,
I do like the sepia one. I'm just being honest.
You can be honest. No, I want you to be honest. I want to see more exciting stuff.
I agree with you. I'll be honest, but I'll be honest again. I don't know why I keep on saying that, but like I'm going to lie about this one. I think the sepia one is my favorite out of the three that I've seen. The Star-Lord, the Iron Man, and the Pinocchio. Like, this is by far the one that I'd want. And I kind of like the Iron Man because I would like an Iron Man Freddy, but I think that this one is the most unique. You know, and
we're gonna
get not just another.
We're gonna get 100-piece Pinocchio facet. That's next. 100-piece.
Oh God, don't say facet. I don't want any facet Freddies. Facet Freddy, no.
So Desi Pop, I know this is a huge question right now. Everybody's asking this question.
Yeah.
How much is the online box of fun going to cost? The new tiered pricing for limited piece count pops is making me think it's going to cost a lot more this year. And that is a concern. It could be costing more than normal. And if we are getting less quality,
but you know, I don't think they're using the same tier piece, because look at these. They're not using the color. They're not using anything that has to do with the tier pieces right now. So I don't think the boxes of fun they're using any of the tier piece conditions, because it's going to be hard, because someone is going to get a 250 piece, but someone's going to get 1,000 piece. Someone could get 3,000 piece pops. You don't know. Like, I'm sure they know a little bit how they work out, but I will say it's going to go up. Like, we already know prices have gone up. It's cool to, like, did these come in this? Like, these are pop armor, so, but it would be cool to see them if they came in stacks or something like that this year. Like, if they step that up and put that already, I think that would help them with saving on, like, making sure things aren't damaged as much and things like that. But it doesn't sound like so far we've seen any of that. Like, they're not, coming. Are they automatically coming in stacked? Are they doing anything around that tier? And it doesn't sound like it so far, like the tier pricing part.
No, that's a great point. And that actually makes me think that they're not going to use the tiered pricing for precisely what you just said. So I'm optimistic then that the price of the box is going to be pretty good bang for your buck. I don't think we're going to see any sodas. I kind of hope it's just all pops this year. I don't want any bitty pops, because they're producing so many bitty pops on their own now. I kind of hope we just get like 3 or 4 pops, and that's it. I think regular orange.
I think if they give a bitty pop out at the live event, that's fine. Like a 3,400 piece kind of. Yeah. But I don't think it needs to be part of the box. It could be. If you're going to do that, though, don't put everyone the same. Like, I think that's the biggest thing I've taken from the last couple of years. Like all the wobblers were the same, and all those, like, throw something exciting in there, change it up, even if it is just a different color or something like that, where there's a more limited piece part of a bitty or a wobbler or something like that they haven't really done. in the past. They've never done any kind of. They've done it with the pops, but they really haven't done it other than that difference between at home and at home box and the event box. That's the only thing they differed. The metallic ones from last year, we got the biddies and the wobbler, but they didn't at the at home box. You just got the same stuff. Everyone else.
Yeah, Holly, I have to agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy about the event sticker, the in-person or or online box sticker either. It doesn't feel super special. Sorry, Vince.
No. Did you interrupt?
Matches?
You're fine.
I mean, I think the colors just match. I think it feels like it matches the box.
Well, there's just nothing, like if you look at some previous stickers, like it kind of went with the theme of the event. Maybe that's kind of along the lines, Holly, of what you're thinking, because that's where my mindset goes. Like, I want to see a sticker when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that was the Blacklight year, or oh, that was the last year they did the Pirates theme. This year they had a really cool theme going with this like jungle adventure vibe, quest for the Grail. I really think they could have gone all out. My inkling though is that everything was rushed. Like they just had to rush these pops. So that's why I am scared that all of these are head swap Freddies, because they just know like, hey, we have the molds, we can get several thousand Freddy heads and we can bang these pops together. I mean, even if you look at the boxes don't appear, we're only seeing the front of the box too. There could be some cooler stuff on the back of the box, but this looks like a very like as generic Funko box as it could get. There's no theme branding whatsoever, even outside of the sticker. So I'm thinking it was, really
that's what I was just looking. I'm like, is this like, I had to, like if you look at the boxes last year, like I'm looking at the Fantastic Voyage boxes last year.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It does, and again, like even though this was just going to be a head swap Freddy, like the hair color's not right. There could have been a goatee, and I understand the old one had the goatee, and maybe they didn't want to make, but like this is like a legit just, I mean, it couldn't have been more head swappy.
I hate to say it, but anybody could make this. Like anybody could do a custom, and I have seen custom Freddy Iron Mans that people have done in the community, and it's not a knock to anybody in the community. It's a knock against Funko. Like, hey, you're $1 billion company
I agree with
now.
you.
Let's act like it. Like my thing is now, and it's kind of been this trend for a few years. Like I want to see consistency across the board. And when you have, we're going to take a look at them here in a minute, such high quality figures with the NFTs. And we all know why they're doing it, because they can sell all these packs and not everybody is going home with a redeemable. So it's about money here. Now I feel like because they're not making as much money as the NFTs, they're cutting corners bad. And then you could look, years past, there's always been head swap Freddies for almost every year, except if you go back to like 2015, 2014, 2013, before Funko went public in 2017. Most of those Freddies were beautiful, handcrafted, tons of detail, unique molds and everything. So they've done head swap Freddies a lot over the past few years, but it's like, why not make this your premier event with the best figures that you can put out with? Because if you think your event sold out this year, why not have it sell out quicker next year and you sell double the tickets and double the boxes? Because everyone's like, I got to get some of these Freddies, man. I got to get some of these Frannies. These are so good. Like, look at the detail, look at the quality. I got to get one.
Yeah, now that I'm really like digging into it, and you're looking at the box, it is very, this looks very generic. And I could get over that if we get some really cool Freddies, I can get over the box. You know what I mean? Because I thought that the year that we had like the ping pong Freddy and stuff, like I didn't like those boxes at all either, and I thought that was not a great year at all. But I understood that, and then I feel like they got good over the the last couple of years have been good, and then
so you don't even have to go back to 2013. Look at 2017. Look at that. You can tell that's Doctor Strange. Like from head up, not head down. Look at head up. That's Doctor Strange. And look at Tony Stark here, the Iron Man. Like if you just took the head off the Iron Man, that's just Freddy. Like so they're capable.
Consider though that box is pretty boring though too. Just saying.
This box is boring 100%. Yeah, there's nothing
But the
about it.
pop is
Although
great.
I do like the classic Fundays.
I do
logo on
love the
back.
back. Yeah.
But here's
Maybe
the
we're gonna
thing,
get,
though.
maybe the back's gonna look good.
Funko is capable of doing this. So when they don't do this once or twice, it's like, okay, whatever, that's fine. They're a company, whatever. They just got lazy. But when they do it for every figure across the board, then it's like, come on, you have to make these figures special, especially when people are traveling from all over the world to this event. Like, this isn't just a drop. This is a celebration. This is Funko's premiere party. So I'm hoping that the Freddies that have leaked so far are just like the meh ones, and we just haven't seen the fire.
I agree.
I'm afraid we're going to get a black light of this exact same mold too. If we saw the Star Lord in both, I think we're going to get in person one of this one just in black light mode as well too.
I think we will.
I don't know.
So Carl,
something good.
Carl, in regards to what you said, you were absolutely correct. Like, they have a whole year to plan this event. This year, I don't think they were planning like they have been in the past because of the new CEO and pretty much a full regime shift in the staffing and the thinking behind what Funko is doing. So I really think they've only been planning for this for like 2-3 months. I think they're really flying by the seat of their pants here because they wanted to beat out Rocky Moto and Thrilljoy and just do their own thing. And then logistic wise, to figure out how to put together a party, have all these people come. And then on top of that, you have items that you're giving out in person. And then you have items that you're dropping also, on the website around the same time. It's a lot. It's a huge lift. So, to put it together in 3 months, I think this is just a product of now what they're putting together. Now, on the flip side, though, I'm really liking what I'm seeing on the limited piece side of what they're doing. So once again, they're capable of making some cool stuff. And I don't know if you guys saw the leak for the flocked spider cat. I think this thing's adorable.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
and I'm pretty excited for this. It's going to be 5,000 pieces, which I think is fine because Spider-Man's very popular. The fact that it's flocked just makes it, that much more adorable and desirable and everything. So I'm really liking what they're doing with the limited piece side. So, if the Fundays box is a little bit subpar this year, I just hope that it's priced,
I mean, this is going to go the ultra way of doing it too. Like, you can already tell that they have the coloring scheme and everything like that on the sticker. So this is already at that $25-$30 price point. So they're already having these planned. But I mean, the idea of these Funday boxes, hopefully we get a good mix of stuff. Hopefully we're just seeing a teaser of a couple things. So far it's only been Disney related properties we've seen too, with Marvel and Pinocchio. So that could be another way of it kind of being leaked too. I saw that a bunch.
Well, it could be that it could be that they got some, that there might be a reason why the person that got these got them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Sometimes the connection of
right.
Sometimes
that's what I'm saying.
The people that are the Marvel Disney people sometimes are sent stuff in advance to see as well too. So
I mean,
Brandon,
listen, it's a little bit head swappy, but I still think I'm still excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, no, I'm still excited for the box of fun. I'm not trying to put down the box of fun in any way. I'm just looking at Funko. I'm just looking at Funko going, they just bragged about how great they did in 2024 with their little spreadsheet and all their graphs and everything, and talking about how they're going to venture out into other markets in the Middle East and, in other parts of the world and Mars and everything. And they're going to put a kiosk at every sports stadium and everything. It's like, hang on, before we expand into every single market, why don't we focus on the collectors, focus on your biggest event of the year, and make all of your figures, thebomb.com, so that everybody's talking about it. Because the other thing they don't realize too, Fundays is not just about the figures. Yes, a lot of people are going there to get the pops, either for their collection or to, to flip or to resell. But the hype generated from Fundays, usually in collaboration with San Diego Comic-Con, but this year they're separate, the hype, I feel like, carries Funko for a few months, and it gets a lot of people excited about the product and the company in general. So what they might not realize is, hey, if we put out these really good figures that we're only selling for $15 each, when you break down the cost of the box divided by how many items you get, yeah, they're probably taking a loss with these boxes when they now have proved that they can sell limited pieces for a higher price and people are willing to pay for it. But what they don't realize is somebody who might get into Funko for the first time, who might go to Fundays for the first time, they are going to buy a lot more Funko for the rest of the year. They're going to be a diehard fan. They're going to tell their friends and family members, hey, these things are awesome. I love these. Look what I got at Fundays. Look what I pulled in my Fundays box. So I think that's what some people at Funko might not be realizing. And I understand a lot of people are new, but that just, once again, they got to tune into YouTube, tune into Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, see what we're talking about, because Fundays is really important.
One thing that's unfortunate, though, the way that these get leaked, and when you're only seeing them in a small window, do you know what I mean? And you don't get it sucks that they do get leaked like this, because it really is going to be like a couple weeks of us talking, not loving like what we're seeing and that kind of thing. And they might bring out some really great pieces. Like, great example. You just put the graphic up with that Darth Maul. That year was also the year we got Chewbacca Freddy and Stormtrooper Freddy, which were two of the lamest head swaps that I've ever seen. But the Darth Maul that same year was absolutely like out of this out of the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get all. It just never works out. It almost never works out that way, where you're gonna get everything that's fantastic. It's just unfortunate that they get leaked, and we have to, because there might be some really great stuff, but unfortunately, we got to deal with what we've seen so far. And what we've seen so far, I like the Pinocchio.
I mean, I like the Iron Man myself, as in just I want a Freddy Funko as Iron Man. Like, I want that for my collection.
Me too.
Like, if nothing else, if it's just a head swap. I mean, I love the Spider-Man one. Like, even though it's mainly a head swap, really, but it's a great mold still.
Yeah.
With it, I want to see. But I could easily see, like, they could have done partial math. They could have done the mold that had Tony Stark, like halfway, like transforming from C2E2 last year. Like that kind of one. They could have, like, I want to see. I just pulled in the other day a video, the Iron Patriot. Like, I'd love to see Iron Patriot as Freddy Funko and things like that. So I hope we see some other things kind of like that, or pieces of it, and we're just seeing these. I wonder how much these go back to, like, a little bit. I don't know. Like, I feel like, was it the last couple years was Star Wars? Like, Darth Maul was actually 3 years ago, where the Chewbacca and the Stormtrooper was only last year's. So Black Light Battle, or the year before. When there was Camp Fundays, right? Camp Fundays.
Yeah, Chewbacca was 2 years ago. Darth Maul.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Years ago.
Okay.
So I think that year
they all blend together.
It was mainly head swaps for the Star Wars stuff that year, and I wonder how much of it is weird, like mold stuff, but also licensing stuff. Like, we don't know what comes into play too. Like, how many of those say, we don't know. We don't want you to do this character this way. Or
I've heard some people talk about that. But if I'm the licensee, if I'm the IP, I'm Disney. I own Star-Lord. Star-Lord's my character. If Funko comes to me and says, hey, we want to do our character, Freddy, as your character, and we want to make it as close to the likeness of Star-Lord as possible, why would I have any issue with it?
I think
at the end of the day, you're promoting my character. It's your character as my character. It's not Star-Lord as Freddy. It's Freddy as Star-Lord. So it would just, I wouldn't. Why would Disney have any issue whatsoever?
I think it's mold cost, really. I mean, I don't see it any other way. Like, that's what they're putting these out. They're putting limited pieces. They're not putting the higher price point on these. I wouldn't mind paying a higher price point box if they gave better figures. Just like, we've seen with NFTs. We've talked about that over and over. Like, quality they're putting with NFTs almost all those pieces, other than the Ultra, are under 2,000 pieces. Everything in there is under 2,000 pieces. So that they're figuring a way, they're making money off of that and putting it out there, and how much it's going to cost. They can easily figure that into a box. They figured out with these other price points, like what they're willing to have people spend their points on, how much things cost, all those kind of pieces and parts. I mean, these molds, look at the especially, I would say this one, the royalty mold. If you look at that proto mech robot with Freddy inside,
Dude, that is
that is not a cheap mold, probably, to make.
Whoever designed that, like, that is so good. Like, this series might be better than series 1. Like, this is just off the charts.
I think it is for sure.
And none of these are head swaps. None of these are we're just throwing it together. These are like quality. Let's bring a new break a new mold, and that's it for these. And
but this is why people are upset in certain instances, because I get it. You're putting this level of quality behind the NFT wall, and you know what? You got to do what you got to do, Funko. But why are we not putting this quality in the box of fun? Why are we not having these quality figures being given out at Fundays? Heck, why is the NFT quality figures not up to par with San Diego Comic-Con exclusives? Because some of the exclusives we've seen over the last few years, some, not all, usually the non-anime, they knock it out of the park for the most part, but usually the non-anime stuff is questionable. Like, this is the best we could come up with. So I think that's what kills me right now as a diehard fan and collector. It's like, you're capable of greatness, but why are you only giving us a little bit? Like, give us everything you got. We will give you your money, our money. We're happy to turn it over to you, but give us a reason.
So they definitely went Franny heavy in this one,
which I'm loving it.
Like, Franny heavy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised and not surprised.
I think Franny has been.
They did the last time they did Franny pretty heavy.
That's what I was just gonna say, Josh. I think that we got most of our Frannies in the last anime run, and we've probably had more Frannies in these 2 anime runs than we've gotten combined over everything else over the last 2 years.
And
I have a sneaky
out there.
I have a sneaky suspicion that we are not going to get many Frannies if any, for the box of fun. I think that they're going to keep Franny. Right. I think they're going to keep Franny as like an NFT character. I really do, which I don't like. I think they should drop a Franny here and there, but I could be wrong. I have no insider information on that, but I just feel like after seeing this and seeing some of the leaks and hearing some rumors about what's happening with Fundays and the box of fun, I've heard zero talk of any Frannies at Fundays.
I mean, yeah, we're talking about Franny. They did Franny for Funko Ween. Like, those are like those were good. The Banshee was a great one from that line. Yeah. We're still waiting for those to come in. I'm sad they're been delayed because they were supposed to come in by now. But those were, ones that they've done an awesome job with. And if you're looking at some of those, like, you're looking at piece point, like piece count and stuff like that, that's like some pretty low Freddies, like the Frannies and stuff like that they're coming out with. So don't miss out on some of these NFT ones if you are a Franny collector, because the NFT ones, the lowest one I think is actually, is it the I don't know, maybe the Poison Ivy one? I don't know. That one was pretty good from Batman. I'm trying to think of like what ones might have been the lowest one. So that was our first IP Franny, right? The Poison Ivy one too. So and we got the ones that were from Festival of Fun. So we've seen Franny only really in NFT and at the con itself, not at Fundays, right? At the con itself.
No, we haven't. Yeah, we had a con. We had the roller driving con Freddy, but no Fundays Franny. Yeah, which I think it was a bummer because, well, actually last year was even worse because they teased us. They put the little pirate Franny as a bitty pop, but then we got no regular size version of, and same thing with Proto. They did a little pirate Proto as a bitty, so it was like, you're capable, but you don't
make it. You just need to make it bigger. That's all.
Yeah,
like expand it. You already did the design. Just make it bigger. That's all.
But Funime Series 2 drops on Tuesday. I think it's going to be another sellout. I could be wrong. I don't know how many packs we got. 12,000 standard and 15,000
27,000.
premium.
You know, the first one, like I think one thing they miss out on. These are perfect lines to do the mythic on.
Yeah.
And they don't have to do a 10-inch mythic. They don't have to do a 2-pack mythic. Why not just do a regular 4-inch mythic?
I think they'd be better doing a 4. I think they'd be better doing a 4-inch mythic.
It's going to sell out regardless, but like you look at the price of the proto from the Festival of Fun, like that thing tanked pretty hard. It went down to like $70 at the end or something like that.
But that's gonna be a seasonal pop anyway. Like it'll spike around the holidays.
But put a mythic in these packs. Like you're making your own IP anyway, so it's not costing you, other than doing the mold, it's not costing you any extra, and you're paying for it anyways because of the price of those mythic packs. You're already counting guarantee in. I say put it in there. I don't know why they didn't do that with this one. I think it would have been a good ad. They did it with the other one. They haven't done a mythic in a little while since what
I was gonna say this. I might be in the minority here, but I think there should be a mythic with every drop. Like even if it's like super limited, because just getting people to rush to the site. And now I know immediately knee-jerk reaction. Some people are going to disagree with me and they're going to be like, that's not fair. It's going to be too limited. I'm not going to get one. Like that is the point. There should be stuff that like you have to drop every time. They should drop it. It would be a guarantee. Like even if they were like, hey, like how many, they usually do like 999 pieces of a mythic. Like it would be easy money.
No. $4.99,
even more. So like you could legit guarantee you're going to sell out 499 packs within 10 seconds.
And they charge $130 for those packs, by the way.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they would sell out every single time, even if you make a super limited XYZ character. Like just do it. Why not? No one's stopping you. No one's going to be like, oh, I can't take it. Like Funko's just dropping too many super limited pieces. Nobody in the history of collecting has ever said that.
I especially think a mythic, anytime they do their own IP, like why not?
Yeah.
Like it's not costing you to pay for the character's IP because that'll cost you every time. Like so far they had done that. You had Funime, you had Funkoween, and you had Festival of Fun. They didn't do it for Freddy's Dark Valentine. I get, because that was
they did the anime. Yeah, there's three mythics, right?
And then they stopped. They didn't do it for April Fools, which, you know, I get. They didn't probably, like, that would have been great for April Fools. It sold out anyways, which was really weird with the price pack of those points. But then why didn't they do it for this one? I don't get, like, because I don't know why they felt like they had to do a big one. They had to do something oversized. They don't. I think
they did that, and then they did the 2-pack. I don't think I mean, maybe that's what their idea, because they also did the whatchamacall as a 10-inch Festival of Fun. So they've done a 10-inch 2-pack and 10-inch. I don't think they need to do that with the mythic. But they could definitely do the 4-inch, and I think it's going to be better. I think more people go after it if it was a 4-inch versus something weird.
More people sell it for a higher price, and they make money off of sales on the drop marketplace, where a majority of those sales happen with mythic packs and mythic redeemables. So why wouldn't you do it? You would actually make more money because you make money off the aftermarket. If something sells for $70, you're only making 2% of that. If something's selling for $500 and you're making 2% of that, you know, that's a big difference. So for them not to take advantage of that and get the aftermarket price as well, if, you know, those packs, I guarantee if you had a great mythic as part of this, that was just a 4-inch mythic, it could be easily $400 or $500. Like a really good one. You're seeing that already. Like you know, we've seen it with regular ones, and like you said, John, why not do that with every run? Like why not do it with especially you know, Avatar? Imagine if they did that. That Avatar Grail is already a $300 to $400 Grail. A mythic, if they did a really good mythic, that's going to be like a $600 to $700 one. And on the aftermarket, they're making a percentage on that. Any sales that happen on that drop marketplace.
I think it would also just help the mindset behind the NFTs. Whereas like if you drop a mythic, like you're guaranteed that pop if you get that
Yeah.
pack. And I think a lot of people's biggest concern or biggest gripe with the NFTs in general is if you buy a pack, you're not guaranteed anything.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've got people on their phones at work in the bathroom being like, if I get this pack, I'm getting a pop. I feel like that would just help the overall mentality because you're guaranteed to go home with something physical. And I know a lot of people stopped buying NFT packs and ripping them because it's a gamble. And if you don't get anything, you know, a few times, I mean, how many times are you going to keep buying packs and be like, I'm not getting anything. Why would I keep doing this?
And I guarantee 50% of the people that buy that get that mythic pack will resell it on the marketplace.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For double, triple, quadruple the price, especially the better mythic you do, the better quality of pop you make or whatever. Like for them, it costs more for them to send a 10-inch, to build a 10-inch, to do the mold for a 10-inch. All these kind of things cost more. So why wouldn't you do a 4-inch? It would cost you less. Or, you know, I kind of like the 2-pack. I don't mind the 2-pack when they did the 2-pack with the theme. I think 2-packs are okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Love to see a soda back in there, of course, you know, something like that. But, you know, throw something like that in there. 10 inches are first hard to ship. Like, I think for them, I would just leave that out. They're hard to ship. They're hard to sell on the aftermarket. There was a lot of hype for the first one because it was hype for the first mythic and hype for the. But I think afterwards it's getting more difficult for them. But I'd love to, these ones, the glow, the molds, everything looks really good with these.
And did you notice on these too? I don't know if this is the first time they're doing this, and I'm just noticing this now. But did you notice on the sticker it says Legendary, Grail, Royalty? Is that
anyone
new?
from this year? They're doing that, so you're going to see that with any of the January
with the actual number
runs. So, what was the first run that's going to have that one?
That was just the first time I'm
was,
noticing this.
Adventure Time. So
Okay.
Adventure Time will be the first one you'll start seeing that. So and they'll have the real numbers once they come up with the real numbers as well too. So that's going to be a huge bonus into that.
And then to give everybody a heads up, because they're apparently doing it again, there's apparently another even bigger sale going on right now on Funko's website. So, you know, if you guys are not doing anything, you got some time this weekend, check out the website because there's some really good deals. It looks like they're really trying to get rid of some stuff prior to the summer with San Diego Comic-Con coming, which I think is a good idea. Like, hey, like, clear out some stuff, and I see some stuff is selling out. I mean, obviously they still have the coolers. The Star Wars box is sold out. Michael Jackson sold out. Anything with a chance of chase is probably gone. This Gas Batman sold out. Bane's been sold out for like a week. This one's gone. The Wizard from Wizard of Oz is gone. Gigan, Haydn, all these things. So stuff is selling out. So if you see anything that you want, I mean, $3.50, they're really trying to get rid of some stuff, which I think is good. Like, give some people some good deals because some people don't have a lot of disposable income right now for non-discretionary items, or non-essential items. So take advantage of the sale. My cart's full, but my wallet's empty. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. They probably know that people are also saving for Fundays. They're saving for San Diego Comic-Con. So, you know, they might have to put stuff a little bit lower than they typically would to get people to bite, which I think, once again, is fine. Also, keep in mind too, when you do make a purchase on Funko's website, even with the sale items, you're going to rack up those rewards points that you can use for the limited piece drops, for the early drops. I have no doubt, you know, speaking of NFTs, they're going to do another NFT set that's reward points only. So don't be afraid to rack up some rewards points and save them for a rainy day. I also put up a poll on the stream here. Just Gus actually suggested it. I thought it was a great idea. So I asked, would you guys rather have leaks for Fundays or be completely surprised? And it's about 50-50. 53% said yes, they would want leaks, while 47% of the people said no, they don't want leaks.
Where do you guys
how would you guys? I mean, for me, I kind of agree with Randy. I saw he wrote a couple minutes ago. He said he would rather see some leaks so he could know what's coming out to an extent and get excited about the drop and the event. I would rather have some leaks. I mean, as a creator, it's fun to make those kind of videos, but also just as a collector, like I kind of want to see what's going on. Even if people get them off the truck, even if people are reselling them on Whatnot and Macari and eBay early, good for them. Like, go for it, make your money. You know, I would rather have some leaks. I think it adds excitement.
I like the no leaks. You know, I go back to what year was it that we like legit had no leaks whatsoever?
Last year.
And the at home
Last
box.
year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year,
Last
I
year
felt like
was
there was
like
no
that,
actual. There was a list. There was a mystery list, which was mixture of stuff. There wasn't actually
partially.
any physical photos of like the pops. Like I don't feel like I don't
See,
know if
for
the Blacklight battle year too. I don't remember any leaks
No,
from
the
that
Blacklight
year.
Battle year. I thought they released like a list that was like 90% accurate. Like,
Yeah,
we
I mean, there
knew.
always seems
See,
to be a
from
list out there, and I mean, people are sharing lists they shouldn't be sharing, and then other people share them, and then share them. Like, and then you get a mixture of stuff. Like some are rumors, some are real, some are partially like these are things that they talked about, like and have in there. I don't know. I'd rather, you know what though? I love during the event, like we've done, all of us has done different like live streams like during Fun Day. Like it's so exciting that, oh yes, we finally see a 500 piece or a 50 piece whatever this, and that's more exciting. I don't want to necessarily see them. You know, I guess if they leaked what the
you know what?
names
I
are,
like
I
that.
wouldn't mind it as much as the piece count. I don't want to know like the piece count. I don't want to know what probabilities are all the different ones. That's kind of a fun surprise during. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. You do start to see the combinations. I mean, personally, I liked it. I think the most the year that we didn't get any leaks and that home boxes got in our hands before the Fun Days. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You remember that year? It might have been
Yeah.
3 years. It might have been 4 years ago now. Now I don't remember. But you know, but in saying that, Josh, you are right. You know, it really I guess I could go either way on this one because it is kind of fun to see the fun. It was fun to see the Fun Day stuff, and then you're wondering what you're going to get at the in the at home boxes. So I don't know.
So one thing I would like as a person that is buying stuff though, I would like to see that home boxes come before the in-person event. Because if I got a 1,000 piece Iron Man in the at home box, I don't feel like I need another Iron Man that might be a little lower count, like a 500 piece. Like I don't feel like I need it. It like I would be like I'm maybe okay with it. I don't need the hype, but if I know that is the only Iron Man there is ever for this year, and it's only in the in-person box, and I have to get it from Whatnot and bid on it or whatever. Like I want that. You know, it's a different feeling too, I think, for people. And
So I actually think opposite. Like I kind of agree with you on that. Like, yeah, obviously from our perspective, like we want to save money and get the coolest items without having to spend a ton. And then, yeah, if they come out with a similar item in the take-home box like 2 weeks later, you're like, oh god, I just spent all
like
that
the
money.
two Pinocchios.
Yeah,
you really.
but I actually I think that Funko should give priority to the people who get tickets and go to the event. I do think that they should get their items first. In a perfect world, we would love to see the items shipped out a week before so that everybody is getting their items during the weekend of Fun Days. But ultimately, I think the people who go should be rewarded with first dibs at the special items. And if they elect to sell them, they elect to sell them. And if Funko comes out with similar items in the take home box, like it is what it is. Like then you take the risk of buying that 500 piece metallic Iron Man, and then a week or 2 weeks later, a non-metallic 1,500 piece comes out and it's only $60 on the aftermarket as compared to like 400. You know, that's just the gamble you have to take. But I really think that the people who get tickets and go to the event should have priority, and they should get the best experience possible. Because if you do drop the box before people go, and then the items are similar but lower piece count, like I might be rubbed the wrong way, and I'd be like, come on, Funko, like I traveled all this way, I paid for the tickets, I stood in line, like why are my items not special? Why did I not get first crack at these items?
Now, when do you think they'll drop these this year? Because there is no
I have no idea.
during the con, that type of thing. It's not where they drop them that week of, like that Thursday or Friday of Fundays when it starts, like for sale. Will they drop them on that weekend?
I think that's probably what we're looking at. I don't foresee them dropping it
Like
too much beforehand, and I mean, who knows? I really like, we're in the dark. Like, this is a completely different event technically, so we're flying blind.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. It's already different. We'll see how different it's gonna be.
And if I mean, one thing for every time someone asks us,
one thing we all agree on, though, it's going to help our wallet ease into it, because there will be a box of fun, and then there will be San Diego Comic-Con almost a month later. So I mean, for everyone that has always, like, that is the worst part of San Diego Con season, and is the box of fun happens at the same time SDCC happens, and everything else is dropping and everything's going on, and you're spending money too, like the people that are going to the event and all those kind of things. Now you're just spending money on like Fundays at one point, and then San Diego Comic-Con stuff at another. So I think actually for Funko, it's going to probably help them sell.
Oh yeah, they're going to sell out. I think that's a great point too, and I want to talk about that briefly. And I think that's why, like, some of the dud San Diego Comic-Con pops have been bigger duds and not sold very well, because when you tap people out, I mean, especially, wasn't it last year? Didn't we get like a NFT drop like the week before?
The week
too?
of.
Yeah,
The week of. It was like the worst timing ever. We had Fundays, San Diego Comic-Con, and an NFT all
and
within
like a big NFT drop. I feel.
Yeah,
I feel
it
like
was all within like a 10-day period, and it's like, our wallets are only so deep, Funko. Like, we can't buy everything. Maybe some people can, and that's great. But like, now that it's spread out, I think you're going to see a lot more San Diego Comic-Con sales from the website, which is only going to help them 100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of them. Let's see, what was released last year?
Please no EQL, because a lot of people got stuck with extra boxes.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I think they skipped. I think they did actually skip it last year. I think maybe it was
the week of, but wasn't there
week
one?
Of.
I think there was one a week prior, or
there was
like
July 2nd and August 6th. So they skipped almost
yeah.
most of July. They had the Universal Monsters in August, so it was maybe it was the year prior though. The year prior might have had.
It might have been the year prior, because they might have done that, and they had the Fun on the Run. Was that?
Oh yeah, we had the Fun on the Run.
I feel like it was Fun on the Run. There was a drop. There was like, it was literally like 4 or 5 things that all piled
Stranger
in.
Things was July 13th of 2023, so that might have been closer to San Diego Comic-Con, and then Fun on the Run, and then there's way too much. Like, that's when it gets crazy. Hopefully they don't make people use reward points because of
EQL. Some people got like 8 or 10 boxes, and then some people didn't get any. So yeah, that was rough. But thanks to our group chats were amazing. So everybody who's a channel member or a Patreon member, like, there was a lot of people who were giving their boxes through EQL to other people for retail, which I thought was fantastic. So shout out to our community once again. I think somebody even sold Dave one for retail too, so that was great.
I think that bad thing was too, then everyone ended up, like, if you could put in for every mascot out there too. So I think if they got rid of the mascot thing this year, I wouldn't mind. I feel like there's not teams as much, so I don't mind it this year if they got rid of the mascots, because I think also dropping that, not just a mascot, you got 4 boxes, right? You get 1 of each when you did the EQL, but you also then got everyone, if you did 1 of each and you got all of them, you also got 4 wacky wobblers, 4 biddies, 4 things that are all the same. So I think that was the kind of the weird issue too.
Yeah, Riley got 3 identical boxes. Yeah, I hope they mix everything up. Like, I don't want it to be cookie cutter, but it probably is. Maybe with the no mascot thing, if they don't do mascots, maybe everything will be mixed up, and it will truly be like super exciting to see what people get in their boxes. Ista Buin Face says, I'm taking my girlfriend to Fundays, but our biggest question is, how long is the event? I know there's time slots, so you probably have like an hour that you're actually like going through Funko Hollywood. And I think you could stick around for a certain period of time too, and like interact with people and do trades, and there's games and stuff. But I don't think there's a required time limit to where like, all right, the event is over, like get out, unless it's like 10 o'clock at night. You know, you could leave after your time slot, or you could stick around for as long as you want.
They might boot you. I'll be honest. They might boot you. I mean, the way that they're going to have that set up, it sounds like they have a lot of slots.
They're gonna have
but they said they were going to have this like trading area where you could like mingle with other collectors. So I don't know how that's going to work, you know.
Be interesting.
I hope they can set up something down there and do some other stuff for people. I really hope they organize some extra things in that area for everyone, because people are spending a lot of money to go to this and like have it happen. So if it's only a 2-hour thing and then you're done, or hour thing and you're done, that's even worse probably. But
yeah, that is a bummer, because at least at like San Diego Comic-Con, if you were going to Fundays, you grab a ticket to San Diego Comic-Con that day and you go walk around the con, and then you had Fundays at night. So this, I mean, I've heard there's no shortage of stuff to do though near Funko Hollywood.
No, I mean, you're in LA, so there's plenty of things to do if you're visiting.
Joe says you can stay in the trading post all day. There you go.
So, but they're going to have a certain like count of people, how many people can be there too. So there's going to be a fire marshal there being like, all right,
there's no fire codes during Fundays.
there's 200 people in here. You're only allowed 150. I'm sure there's going to be something like that.
But I still think it's going to be exciting. I'm excited to get a box. Hopefully we'll get information about when the box is going to be dropping and how much it's going to be here in the next few days. What was the other thing I want to say? There was a ton of stuff that dropped this week, as far as like new pops and new releases. I did want to just point out one that I thought was really funny, and it's one that we actually might pick up, which is probably gonna like shock some people. But I saw they're doing some Dora the Explorer pops. Anybody see these with like the swiper? God, I think the swiper's freaking hilarious.
No swiping.
I want to get the swiper. I don't like Dora and Boots look great, but the swiper with the mask, like I just think that's incredible. Like whoever decided to add this to the wave, like critical. I know there's like,
how did it take this long to get a Dora pop?
Yeah, that's the other weird thing too. Why did it take this long? But there's some other, is it Rico or Tico? There's like other characters from the show, right? But I'm just happy that Swiper
got
made
the map.
The map, yeah, the map would have been a fun exclusive. That would be cool. Maybe they'll do it as like a con pop or something.
Something I don't think we've talked about because it was just last Friday. The drop too. So the drop that happened, the limited camera drop. So that was the first one you could actually get 2 on, not 1.
Yeah, why did I get 2? I should have got 2 of them.
I know. I had stuff already in my cart to check out, and I didn't even think to click down. And I clicked out and got one, and then I saw someone say it was quantity 2, and I was like, I'm gonna go back and get another one. Like I didn't realize that, and added something that was on sale. I was like, oh, these Maui were. By the way, the Maui soda right now is on sale for like $14. So if you still looking for that taste,
that's
grab a Maui soda. But I mean, this one did sell out. It did take a little longer, but they allowed 2. I don't know how many people realized 2, which got you a little closer to free shipping, but not close enough to get it. The old free shipping or whatever, but not the new free shipping.
But you got one, Vince? You were able to secure one?
I did. And I'll be honest, when I seen this, who did I see? It might have been Diss Trackers today that showed theirs in hand because mine's not showing up yet. I don't know. I liked it even more. Do I like it because it's limited? Is that why I'm liking it even more?
I think it looks good.
I mean, I'm a huge Thundercat. I agree with I thought that what was perfect for me. I picked this up and I picked up the 2-pack of the Thundercats. I picked up something else. There was another Thundercats one that they had released at this time. So it was kind of perfect for me because I was able to pick everything up because I had not picked up the other ones yet anyway. This is a great mold. I mean, I love this pop to add on to like the Thundercats line. The Blacklight, did we need Blacklight? Maybe not. But You know what? I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. I'm
But-
glad that I picked it up.
I think they did a better job. The actual physical looks better than the glam shot. That's what I think.
100% agree with you. And that's what I was saying when I saw Diz Trackers post his in hand. Like, I'm like, dang, you know what? This is way better. It looks way better than I was even hoping for. So now, like, I'm excited to get that in.
Yeah, one of our patrons got James also said he got the strawberry shortcake. One of our patrons got the strawberry shortcake, and it was triple boxed. I
Yeah,
have never
their
heard of
boxing
that.
has been double at least. The other ones have all been at
Well,
least double.
they had a sorter, so I'm counting the sorter as like the third
A
box.
sorter, a box, and then in a
and
box.
then in a bigger
Yeah.
box. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that, and in the hard stack, like that is next level for Funko. Like, look how far we've come in the last few years in terms of packing and shipping.
I mean, for them too,
As they
right?
should.
Like
As they should.
when you buy something that's $15, it's easy for them to send you a $15 credit. Once you start buying something that's $60, they gotta send you $60.
No,
back,
absolutely.
too.
Like, it's a premium product. They're charging more. I expect the premium shipping, but we talked about Funko cutting corners on other things. They could, cut corners on their limited piece pops too. 100% worth it. I would much rather pay a little bit more for my pop, have it well protected, shipped to me, in the extreme premium packaging. Absolutely.
Are you ready for cinnamon roll tomorrow, John? You have to get cinnamon roll.
I'm gonna try. I'll be at work, so
Joanna can get cinnamon roll then for you.
Yeah, she might cinnamon roll.
It's not gonna be crazy. It's 6,400 or 7,500 pieces. So I think there's like
it might be around for
7,000 or so loaded already.
Yeah,
so you'd probably be okay.
Oh, what's up with Nate and Amanda? And I saw Patty in here too. What's up, Patty? So
just go to the bathroom, John. Take an extended bathroom break. So.
Yeah, speaking of work, I'm actually gonna have us end a little bit early tonight because I have to try to get a power nap here for like 3.5 hours, and then I gotta hit the road and drive to New York City tomorrow morning. So, Josh, would you like to kick us off here and tell everybody what you got coming up for the next few days?
Yeah, so we put out a video yesterday. If you didn't see it, we'll have a video coming out this weekend on Saturday. But also on Saturday, we're doing a pop-up auction. I decided to do another auction because it's almost the end. I realize it's almost the end of reward season. So anyone that has reward coupons, please come out to use them. We have a ton of stuff in buy it now. We might do some flash sales on some items and things like that too. So that's probably what we're going to do is just take requests. People want to see stuff. We have over 200 some items. They're all mostly here at the house right now to show you. So if you want to see those and do those, go in there right now and check them out too. If you have rewards or anything like that, you can buy them with your rewards through the coupons to use in there. So for the buy it now. So if you want to check out anything we have loaded there, please do that. Hang out with us for a while. We got tons of Marvel, Star Wars, Freddy, anything left over from the last 4 auctions of themes, it's in there. So if you guys have been thinking about anything, we do have some other videos coming out this week. We have some more mystery boxes. We got our Funko 411 mystery boxes in, so I'll probably do those next week sometime. I think a couple. I got some mail call I just need to do. Some great mail call, some chase roulette stuff from Funko Shop, and some of the limited pieces from Funko that came in too. So got a lot of mail call we need to do. That's probably what's going on with us.
Hey, mail call is always exciting.
Yeah.
How did we do on the mystery box, Vince? So we almost sold out?
Was just checking. One left. Guys, who's going to grab that last box?
One left.
Who is going to grab that very last Stranger Things Funko Pop mystery box? Could be the lucky one with that.
Oh,
Bobby.
I have.
Billy,
Oh no,
Bobby
this is
Brown.
a previous box.
I got a coupon now. Oh wait, that's for the pop and do, not the pop and do. Sorry.
I went to
what are
your
you trying
page.
to do? Get popcorn?
I went to your page. I thought it was sold out, but that was your previous box. One
that
box.
Previous
left.
box did sell out.
If nobody grabs it, I will.
Listen,
grab
guys.
it right after this
Listen, if
stream.
you're watching on the replay and you're bummed that you missed out on this fantastic box, don't worry. There's more. We're gonna have a brand new mystery box on Tuesday next week. I'm trying to figure out something we've got a lot of in the next one. Like I said, I think it's around a $60 or $65 box. I'm just doing all the calculations because I want everything to be guaranteed value at a minimum. But we've got like there was already 3 or 4 $75 pops. There was like 4 or 5 $55 pops. It's going to be a 4-pop box. So you're going to get probably 8 to 10 of those boxes. 1 in 6 boxes are going to be around $100, probably where it'll come in at, maybe a little bit higher. And I'm still throwing around what the top hit's going to be, but we'll announce that next week. But yeah, there's only 1 box left. So if you guys want to sell that one out, do that. Patty, great question. The next one is not going to be themed. I want it to be just a general, like, I'll be honest, with the donations that we got, it's going to have Scooby-Doo in there. There's Freddy's in there as top hits. Scooby-Doo is top hits. And there's a good amount. If you like the Twilight series, if your team, what is it? John, I know you know this. Was it
Team Edward or Team Jacob? Why do I know
Edward
that?
and
what a waste.
I knew you would know. I knew you would know. That's why I asked you.
With it.
There was Jacob and Edward. Multiple Edwards are in this mystery box run. So if you're big into Twilight, there's going to be a bunch of those. But it's got a good mix of. I mean, honestly, everything from 16 candles to Iron Man and Spider-Man. Like you're going to get a mix of everything. So it should be a fun box. You know, if you don't collect Stranger Things, but I think people like the Stranger Things box too. So guys, appreciate that. And really what we have coming up this week is more videos. We got a couple, we'll have a video on Sunday. We've, you know, what do we got? I think we got Boom Loot right now. We got a couple more Pop King Paul. Like, I mean, I know it's a lot different than typical, but actually I think we got a couple Smile World boxes in. And Michael's was supposed to get maybe delivered today. So I think Funko 411. So we actually, believe it or not, have a little bit of a mix of boxes, which is not always the case.
Backlog right there.
Yeah. So we got we should have some fun videos coming up over the next week here. What about you?
Yeah,
John?
we just got our Funko 411 boxes today. So we're gonna open those up pretty soon. Pretty excited for those.
Mm-hmm.
For us, we got a lot of stuff going on. So we'll have some more videos here in the next few days as well. I had a big video today over on Slapshot Bricks. We finally started unboxing our Lego collection. So if you guys are curious to see, after all these years and all these moves and all the storage units, we're finally cracking open the collection and settling into the new studio. So we got that going on over there. So for those of you guys, I've seen a lot of familiar faces come over to the second channel. So thank you guys so much for doing that. I hope you enjoyed double the content with Funko and Lego, which is great. Yeah, we just I got a lot of military stuff over the next few days. I gotta do. So hopefully that goes smooth. But other than that, just normal operations with us. And I hope you guys make sure to bookmark, please, the charity auction for the Pop and Duo next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And we're gonna hope to pick up some of your regular mystery boxes dropping on Tuesday. So that'll be good.
Tuesday.
But I'm sorry, guys, for the short stream. I gotta wake up early. I got a long day tomorrow because I gotta get to the city. I know Patty was making fun of me. She goes, "You could just call it New York." I specify and call it New York City because I grew up in New York State, so that's why I make the specification sometimes. But I have to go to New York City and then make it back in time for our auction tomorrow night. So it's gonna be a long day for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. A lot of exciting things coming up here in the community next few weeks with more Fundays action, and San Diego Comic-Con is going to come. It's going to come up quicker than we realize. So
before you know it, it's June this week.
Oh, I know. We got the Funime Series 2 on Tuesday, which is going to be a big drop and everything. So that's going to be exciting. But guys, thank you so much. Awesome stream. We hope to see you guys very soon on videos and live streams and auctions and everything. So with that being said, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Night, everyone.
Night, everyone. Have an amazing evening and great weekend.